Hello Space Marines! Update 6.0 rolled out last week and we're closely monitoring on how it's going. We're happy to see that the new added content, both cosmetic and gameplay wise, are liked, and also to see that the perk balancing are the source of many discussions. Yeah, I could say that. I like what they did with the perk balancing. I haven't tried every class yet though, but for the classes I did try, they are very, very fun. And there's, there's definitely some good options for builds now, which is nice. But okay. Yes, they apparently are addressing some of the issues we are dealing with in this patch. And yes, they are talking about a hotfix here. On the flip side, we noted a number of crashes and connectivity issues that were introduced along with this update, so we're planning to release a hotfix as soon as we can for crashes. Interesting. I haven't had that many crashes in this game. Most of the crashes I've had in total have been on PC. I've never crashed on PS5. I do have a PS5 Pro. The Pro update for Space Marines 2 is very good. It's just simply better than my PC. My PC is old. I'm still running Windows 10, which is probably better anyway. Regardless, my PC is not upgraded, or it's not, yeah, it's pretty much not going to keep up with what I can render on PS5 Pro. And with that said, I just don't get any crashes on the Pro. I get crashes on PC, so I don't know. I've had less crashes since the update. I had like actually quite a bit of crashes before the update, like a handful, I guess, and then after the update, I've had no crashes, so that's okay. Definitely let me know your connectivity issues. I mean, when they say connectivity issues, some of the stuff is really just matchmaking based, so it shouldn't be that harmful. But that said, yeah, I've heard people mentioning crashes quite a bit, so that's nice. But that's not even the meat and the potatoes of the patch, I gotta be honest. I'm not too sure how performance has been doing since the patch, so definitely let me know in the comments your experience with that. But everyone's been really talking about spore mines, so let's go into this post. Let's see if they mention it. Regarding the balance changes, we saw your feedback on some changes that we've made, most notably the invigorating icon perk for Bulwark, which should now double the recharge time for Banner. However, it turns out due to the bug, the 100% longer cooldown is not applied, and this perk works exactly like it was pre 6.0. We still think that this is a very strong perk and requires tweaks, because with certain team perks you can bring its original cooldown from 120 seconds to 20 seconds in combat situations. 20-second banners, holy cow. Yeah, that makes sense. And yes, that's very strong. This means full heal every 20 seconds, and no other perk in the perk tree can be close to being this effective. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But we do hear your feedback about the nerf being too harsh, and we will take another look at it when we fix the cooldown effect not applying properly. That's interesting. That's interesting. About the nerf being too harsh. So 120 double, 240, 60, 60, so 4 minutes. Yeah, we've done this before, right? So a 4-minute banner, and yeah, let's say we have inner fire. Yeah, like even a fast banner would be practically what it would be. It would just be like a little bit faster than the original cooldown, even with some efficient and inner fire gameplay. It's interesting though that they are considering, tweaking the cooldown effect. Huh. Maybe just like 60, maybe just like 1 more minute, you know what I mean? A 180-second cooldown, maybe that's fine. Another issue we spotted is the Spore Mine spawn rate. Okay, here we go. This is honestly the actual issue. We saw an increased spawn rate of Spore Mines. This is not intentional and is a bug that was likely introduced along with Biovore. There were no changes regarding AI Director in this area, and it seems like Spore Mines spawn for a much longer time rather than more frequently, again, which is not intentional. There were no changes regarding AI Director in this area, and it seems like Spore Mines spawn for much longer rather than frequently. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. That's also super annoying. So at the moment we have an unnerfed invigorating icon and then increased spawn rates of spore mines. It seems like they kind of cancel each other out for the most part. This is forever going to be known as the Spore Mine Era of patches. Also, look, I gotta say, I am getting a little bit annoyed at this point that every new patch we get, every big new patch we get, there is some sort of problem that just takes the community by storm and everyone freaks out about it. Like for example, the parry, the parry situation. You know, when the parry was bugged and, you know, everyone was going crazy trying to figure out if it was a nerf or a bug. And then before that, we had Lethal with the team coherency armor regen. That was definitely an issue as well, but I would say that wasn't as big as an issue as the parry or the spore mines. We might need to rank these soon. But yes, this is the Spore Mine Era of the game. It is frustrating, and if you're frustrated with it, hey, you know, we're here. We're also frustrated, so, you know, you're not alone in that. These two bugs won't be fixed with the next hotfix, as it will only address connectivity issues. Hey, a performance patch for a hotfix. I'll take that. I'll take that. Honestly, I think that's pretty considerate. I gotta be honest. I'll take any sort of performance adjustments for this game because I'll give the devs credit for that. Every time when I've seen them say, hey, performance issues, we are trying to correct them, I do see a step forward in that direction. The only step backwards we take in patch are the weird issues we get at the end of it that, like, frankly, they clearly aren't play tested, or at least the Spore Mine issue, obviously, was not play tested, so that can be annoying. However, the game is running better on my PC, which I mentioned before is the only platform that I have basically performance issues on. But yeah, with that said, I do think we've been taking steps forward for performance. They are steps forward. I'm not saying they completely fixed performance. They obviously need to address connectivity issues. But yes, for overall, for general performance, they've taken steps forward. And the PS4 Pro patch was amazing, so that helps me a lot. So that's honestly why I feel like people question why I get so positive about the game. It's because I'm enjoying it, like, I'm enjoying it a lot on the PS5 Pro. So I don't know. That's something that's unique to me, and that's why I don't really always mention it, because it's like I try my best to, you know, hear and understand the problems everyone has with the game, but it's like I can't continue to say, well, hey, just get a PS5 Pro. That's stupid. That's stupid. No, the game should work for everybody. Plus, we would like to point out there were some important gameplay changes that didn't make it into the patch 6.0 patch notes. Assault perk Wings of Flame now guarantees a perfect dodge on jump pack dodge in addition to all the other effects. I have to try that. I've heard this a little bit, and yes, this also was something that I missed. Bulwark perks. We've moved some perks around the tree so it would be possible to create certain builds. It was previously impossible to configure your perk tree to make a banner that busts your teammates a lot because some of those perks were mutually exclusive. Hey, you know what? I did not notice that. I've done quite a bit of Bulwark build making, and yeah, this was a great idea. Vanguard grapple launcher can now be used on zoanthropes and neurothropes. Now, this is probably one of the best changes they've made in the game. Like, seriously, this was huge. The fact that they were able to do this, and this was a theory we had in how to approach zoanthropes with melee. This was a theory that we had. We thought this was maybe possible. But the fact that the devs just delivered on this, and it's huge for this class, Vanguard's definitely needed this, and this is actually huge for Vanguard. It gives me hope that we can actually see some, like, basic game functions get reworked a little bit. Vanguard being able to grapple zoanthropes and neurothropes is definitely big for that class. That's a buff. All right. So this is what they had. So we're getting a hotfix for connectivity issues. Spore mines were confirmed a bug, and invigorating icon is definitely going to get a re-nerf, it seems. We do hear your feedback about the nerf being too harsh. So, hey, they said, well, they will take another look at it. But here's the thing. They don't really clarify when they plan to fix these two bugs. So, we're going to get two hot fixes for this patch, I guess. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. But okay, let's go into some reactions. Let's see if people are freaking out or not. Ground Pound is bugged and now randomly launches you straight down instead of at a target area. So when this happens to me, it's normally because I'm near a hill or stairs, or like I'm trying to jump over a railing that has an invisible wall. It's basically invisible walls, I believe. However, I have seen clips of people going for a ground pound, going for the jetpack slam, and being teleported back to where they were on a flat area. I have seen clips of that. That has not happened to me. As far as I know, maybe it did actually. It's weird. It's like it definitely has to do with the ground pound not being able to jump over either an invisible wall or an enemy or something like that, and it just teleports you back to where you were. We're definitely gonna need some information on this, so yeah, let me know in the comments if you had any experience with this. It definitely happened to me. It happened to me in a video. But honestly, it happened to me at that spot. It's like the stairs, the stairs in Decapitation after you go through the church. Basically, like the first church. Still, this is definitely an annoying situation. It could be a bug. It's probably a bug. But yeah, let me know in the comments your experience with this. I just want to see. I just want to compare and contrast our experiences with this because I've normally had this bug on stairs and other slanted areas. There needs to be better jump pack economy or a better reason to use the jump pack to dodge, or no one is going to use that mechanic. Assault is already a hard class to play, well, lethal plus. There's no reason anyone would want to risk wasting a cooldown to just dodge a guy. Make all perfect dodges jump pack dodges. Make all perfect dodges jump pack dodges. Huh. I mean, see, that's the thing. I mean, hey, you know what? With the changes they made to the grapple, I assume grapple's probably easier to change than what this guy's suggesting. But this is actually a good idea. At least in the sense where it's like you just make, you make the jump pack dodge a little bit more accessible, more people will use it. I agree with that. I do think it could be a little bit powerful if every dodge Assault had was a jump pack dodge, which triggered his jump pack dodge perks. So that it would essentially give him a damage buff whenever he dodged. If this is the case, they would have to readjust those perks. I don't know. That's a lot. I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna try out the jump pack dodges soon. I'll probably do that today or something. We will see. But yeah, with that said, I will definitely be attempting to figure out a build for the jump pack dodge. Maybe it's good. It's just weird to get extra damage on Assault if it's like range damage, because it's really secondary fire damage, which is like good. The heavy bolt pistol is pretty good, but I'd rather more damage on my hammer, you know what I mean? What, nerfing Spore Mine spawns? Bro, going into Termination and being in the tunnels and suddenly 500 Spore Mines around the corner was the best wake-up call running these ops I've had in a while. This guy does not want the Spore Mines to be nerfed, or Spore Mines to be fixed. Yeah, Termination is absolutely insane to play right now. Termination is probably one of the hardest missions in the game at the moment because of these Spore Mines. It's kind of insane. A wake-up call is definitely something I'd consider. Hey, I gotta give a shout-out to my teammates I've been queuing up with recently, though. It seems like we all have like a heightened awareness when it comes to these Spore Mines, and I've noticed a lot of teammates using Volkite pistols and basically taking them out as soon as we see them. And as soon as I see teammates going after Spore Mines, I try to take out, high priority threats like extremists or maybe an enraged major, and then I can, it frees me up to take out the fun stuff when I have teammates who are taking out the Spore Mines. But of course, I'm doing my best to take out Spore Mines as well. Maybe make it super rare, but the slight chance of something vomiting a million Spore Mines as a wave is hilarious and keeps me on my toes. Okay, well, we have biovores, man. I genuinely didn't think I was going to see a comment like this of somebody like, you know what? The Spore Mine changes are actually kind of fun. Look, I will say it does add a certain intensity, but I don't like Spore Mines. I would rather just give us another extremist. Why not? Sounds like they're considering reducing the cooldown penalty, which would be ideal. I think 50% would satisfy both sides of the argument. What's an extra minute? Yeah, I agree with this. I think the extra minute would be good to help deal with the inner fire interaction, because yes, the note they made in the hotfix is definitely confirmed that they nerfed invigorating icon because of inner fire. And I would hate to see Inner Fire be changed at all. I think Inner Fire is actually a really cool perk. I think Invigorating Icon's a cool perk. He goes on to say doubling the cooldown is absurd, and I kind of have to agree with this. On paper, doubling the cooldown seems like a overreaction in a sense. I do agree with the reasoning to nerf it, but I don't think double the cooldown is I don't think double the cooldown is 100% necessary. Just for the mere fact that if you consider, like, certain operation encounters are very, like, some operation encounters on Absolute, it's sweaty to sweaty to sweaty to sweaty. If you are using Invigorating Icon without Inner Fire, it's very possible that you go through an entire encounter on Absolute without your banner. I think nerfing the banner because of Inner Fire makes the banner a tad bit more tedious to play by itself, and that's why I'm kind of starting to be a little bit skeptical of the nerf itself at the moment. The doubling the cooldown, I definitely agree. By itself, without considering Inner Fire, is just a tad bit too much. That said, obviously something needs to be done about the Inner Fire banner exchange. I honestly do think just 1 minute would satisfy both sides of the argument. It definitely would do the job of essentially slowing down the banner with Inner Fire, but also leaving Invigorating Icon to be accessible, or at least more accessible, to more fights in Absolute when you don't have Inner Fire. You know? So, I agree with this. This is interesting. They really might walk back the Invigorating Icon nerf. Alright. Well, yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this. I do think the devs are doing a great job here at communicating the issues and what they plan to do. There's no more holiday breaks, so we can expect these hot fixes to come out this month. Man. Be careful, Spore Mines, until then, though, guys. Seriously.